Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. Today, the concept we're going to learn about is going to be pi. You've probably heard of pi before, but what actually is it? So, pi, is a number, and we represent this number using a Greek letter called, well, pi. It looks something like this. Now, the value of pi we'll get into later, but first let's find out what it actually represents. In order to understand pi, you need to have a circle. Let's draw a big circle over here. Yeah. I have the center of this circle. Now, we need to define some terms. First up, circumference. Circumference. The circumference of a circle is basically how long is it around. So if I took my pen and I started tracing around the circle, it's not very neat, but I start tracing the circle, how long is it? That's the circumference. And we'll use the letter C to represent it. The diameter of a circle, D, basically the diameter is what connects 3 points. Let's say two of those points have to be actually on the circle. So let's say one of the points is here and one of them is here. The diameter is the distance that connects these 2 points, and it must pass through the center of the circle. I know it's not very neat, but it passes through and it connects these points. And the radius. The radius is basically half the diameter. And we'll use the letter R. The radius is essentially connecting only 2 points, the center of the circle to any point on the circle. So like this is a radius. A circle's radius is consistent throughout because every point is equally far apart from the center, right? So the distance, it's gotta stay the same. Also, I want to mention something. The diameter equals 2 times the radius, like I said. So what's pi? When you take the circumference and divide it by the diameter, you will always, no matter what the circle is, no matter how big it is or small it is, you will get pi. That's the number you're gonna get. So now that we've defined pi, what's its value? Well, pi is equal to 3.14159265359, and it goes on forever. It goes on forever. There's no end to pi. Usually, we approximate pi like this, 3.14. You'll also see sometimes 22/7 used. Sorry, 22/7. But usually we use 3.14 as an approximation. So, pi is irrational. What does irrational mean? You can't represent it as a ratio or a fraction of two numbers. So, rational numbers, you can represent a over b, where a and b are integers. Like, take the number 3. You can represent it as 3/1. The number 1/3, obviously just represent as 1/3. 0.7, you can represent it as 7/10. But no matter what numbers you use, you cannot represent pi in any ratio, in any fraction. It continues forever. There's no end. There's infinite digits. And yeah, that's what pi is. It's a very interesting, unique number, and it shows up in a lot of places beyond circles, actually. So that's something to note, very important for future math classes. So this has been an intro to pi. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please like and comment anything you have, share this video, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.